So in this video, we'll be discussing previous year question paper of 2024 ICAR PG Food Science and Technology subject. So let us begin. Question number 21. Which acid is preferred for the use in colas, roots, beer and other non-fruit drinks? So first one, that is phosphoric acids. So it is commonly used in colas, root beers or in non-fruit beverages, and even it provides a sharp, tangy taste which acts as an acidulants. So correct option is phosphoric acid. Citric acid, it is used in fruit flavored drinks. Tartaric acid, so tartaric acid, it is found in grapes, in some beverages and bakings, and malic acids, it gives a smooth sour taste like in apple based beverages. So over here correct option should be option number A, that is phosphoric acid. Question number 22. The use of dash as a flour modifier proposed in the order to permit the extrusion of the dough in making uncooked pasta. So first is ascorbic acid. So it is used as a dough improver, as an antioxidant, but it is not used for the extrusion in the pasta. Next, glyceryl monostearate. So it acts as an emulsion as a flour modifier. Basically, it is used in uncooked pastas. So this is our correct option. Monosodium glutamate, we know it is a flavor enhancer. And benzoyl peroxidase, it's a flour bleaching agent. So correct option is B, that is glyceryl monostearate. Question number 23. Proprietary bread made from a mixture of wheat and rye has been allowed to sprout clean dried and rolled. To this added barley is called dash. Brown bread, we know it is made from whole wheat flour. Gluten bread means it has high gluten content. So it's not related to sprouted or clean dried. High fiber means high fiber content is there. Granary bread. So correct option is option number D, that is granary bread. So it is made from a mixture of wheat and malted grains, that is rye and wheat. And these grains are sprouted, malted, clean dried, and then rolled, and then they are added to the flour. So correct option will be D. Question number 24. Commonly used spice at household level has proved to be an effective tenderizing, antioxidant and antimicrobial agent for meat and meat products is. First is turmeric. So turmeric, it has a strong antioxidant and antimicrobial activity, but it's not a good tenderizing agent. Onion, so it has some tenderizing effect and flavor, but it is less effective. Ginger rhizome, so it contains a proteolytic enzyme, that is zingiben. This will tenderize the meat, helping tenderizing the meat. and it also has antioxidants and antimicrobial properties. Garlic, so it is having strong antimicrobial antioxidant but not the tenderizing activity effect. So correct option will be option number C. Question number 25. In thermostabilization, eggs are dipped in hot water or hot oil to coagulate a thin layer of dash around the inside of the cell and thus further sealed it. So eggs, they have tiny pores in the shell through which moisture and gases can pass through. Now during thermostabilization process, these eggs are dipped in hot water or oil. So what will happen? The albumin, that is the egg white protein, it will coagulate, means it will solidify, a formation of a thin protective layer inside the shell. Now sealing of the pores, it prevents the microbial entry and the moisture loss. So the correct option will be the albumin, whereas globulin, it is present in eggs but not responsible for sealing. Prolamine, it is found in cereals, that is wheat and maize. And glutenin, it's a plant storage protein. So correct option is option number A. Question number 26. In cheese making, standardization refers to adjustment of the casein fat ratio in cheese milk too. So in cheese production, this standardization, it is actually a process to adjust this casein to fat ratio in a milk to ensure that cheese consistency, its yield is good, desirable texture has been formed, firmness is there, and proper moisture or fat content is there. So the optimal ratio, it ranges from 0.68 to 0.70. So this will ensure that we have a good curd formation, and there's a balanced fat retention, and it is a high quality cheese structure. Question number 27, we have to match the process or the enzymes with its product. So first one is enzymatic browning, that is apple. So apple turns brown due to polyphenol oxidase enzyme, that is PPO. Non-enzymatic browning in bread we will see, which occurs via Maillard reaction. Bromelain, so it is an enzyme which is naturally found in pineapple, and papain in papaya. So correct option is option number 4, A3, B4, C1 and D2. Question number 28. We have to select the sequence of carbohydrates in decreasing units of the hexose. So first, starch, it is a polysaccharide. Means they have hundreds, thousands of glucose units. Dextrins, it's an intermediate product of starch breakdown, only few glucose units are there. Glucose, so glucose, it is a monosaccharide, only single glucose unit. And sucrose, it's a disaccharide. So our correct option should be, first it should be A, B, then D, and then C. Option number 2 is our correct option. Question number 29. In stability of fats and oils, thiobarbituric acid test is used to test. So this thiobarbituric acid test is used to detect the secondary oxidation products in the fats and oils. Now, spatially, it measures the malondialdehydes, which is formed during this lipid oxidation. So, correct option should be rancidity. Because it occurs when fats, it reacts with oxygen, it leads to off flavors, odors, spoilage, and reversion. Reversion, it is the early stage of flavor detect. Now, and it is, we can say, for primary stage, and this thiobarbituric acid test is for secondary oxidation test. Rendering, so it's the extraction of fat. Refining means purification process. So correct option will be option number D. Question number 30. Strains of Aspergillus niger are carefully selected for the positive characteristics of dash yield. So Aspergillus niger, it is widely used in industrial fermentation, and it is specially selected and optimized for high yield production of citric acid. Because it produces large amount of citric acids from the sugars, so it can be used in food industries as an acidulants, as a preservative, flavor enhancer, whereas form fumaric acids. So fumaric acid, it is produced by Rhizopus species. Next, itaconic acid, so it is produced by Aspergillus terra species. And kojic acid, it is also from Aspergillus but not the primary industrial focus. So correct option is option number B, that is citric acid. Question number 31. Dash is the term which is used to label foods which is treated with low level ionizing radiation. So it is microwaved. So it refers to the food which is treated with low level electromagnetic radiation. Now these waves will cause water molecules in the food to vibrate, and which will result in the production of heat and cooking of the product. Where the use of this non-ionizing radiation, which is safe for the food processing, it is commonly used in cooking, in the reheating, or in the food processing sectors, whereas this nano-waved, mega-waved, pico-waved, these all are not the correct terms. So correct option is option number C. Question number 32. Heat-sensitive liquid foods are commonly concentrated at low temperature in. So heat-sensitive liquid foods, for example, milk, fruit juices, they can get curdle or they can get damaged, spoil at high temperature. So vacuum evaporators, it is a good option because it will reduce the pressure, since it will lower, it is lowering the boiling point of water. So this will allow evaporation at lower temperature. So this will preserve its flavor, its nutrients, its color. Whereas in film evaporators, it is fast. Film evaporators are fast, but this is not a primary for the lowest temperature control. Kettle evaporators, kettle evaporators, they operate at higher temperature. And flash evaporators, rapid heating is there, so it's not good for sensitive foods. So correct option is lower vacuum evaporators, since it is having it will lower the pressure, lower the temperature evaporations there. Correct option is A. Question number 33. Dash is a Spanish wine which is matured at high temperature by placing the filled barrels for 3 to 4 months. So it is sherry. So sherry actually it is a traditional Spanish wine from Andalusia, and it undergoes a unique aging process that is known as Solera system. In this, the barrels are often kept in warm conditions. This will promote the oxidative agings, flavor developments, that is high temperature maturation for 3 to 4 months, which will align with this sari production practices. Next is Toke. So it is a Hungarian wine. Port, Portuguese fortified wine. Next, Muscat. So it is a grape variety which is globally used. So this is not a wine, we can say it's a grape variety. So correct option is sherry. Question number 35. Which of the following is natural coloring matters? So first, that is sunset yellow. It is a synthetic azo dye. Indigo carmine. So it's a synthetic dye. Tartrazine. It's a synthetic artificial color. And lactoflavin. It's a natural yellow pigment. Which is found in milk and other foods. So over here, our correct option will be option number D, that is lactoflavin. Question number 36. We have to arrange the correct sequence of changes during cooking of meat, influencing its tenderization. So the first step is the formation of collagen. It is basically a conversion process. In this, the collagen it begins to denature and convert to gelatin when it is heated. So this is the key step of the tenderness. Next is fat melting. So in this, the intramuscular fat it starts to melt, means it will add juiciness and softness to the meat. Next will be the separation of the muscle fiber, means heat will cause the fibers to shrink, to separate, so the meat will become less tough. And the last step will be the soft gelation. Now in this, the gelatin formation it leads to soft, tender structure. So first collagen will be there, then fat melting, fiber will separate, and then gel formation. So correct option will be option number 3, D, B, D, A, B, C. Question number 37. Mango pulp can is an example of dash container. So it is an example of primary container. Since the primary container, we know that it is the one that is in direct contact with the food product. Now, a mango pulp can directly hold the pulp, so it is a primary packaging. So primary means direct contact like cans, bottles. Secondary means which is like outer packaging, cartoons, which is containing this primary containers. Tertiary is for bulk transports. So over here, Correct option is option number A. Question number 38. Form, fill, seal machines are equipment used for dash foods. Now form, fill, seal, that is FFS machines. Now form means the package, fill it with the product, and then seal it means all in one continuous operation. Now these are widely used in aseptic packaging. Okay, these are widely used in aseptic packaging, where the food and the packagings, these are sterilized separately, and then filling is done under a sterilized condition. So correct option is C. Whereas MAP, that is modified atmospheric packaging, in this gas flushing is being done. CAP, that is controlled atmospheric packaging, means it is for the storage methods. And active packaging is packaging that interacts with the food. So correct option is option number C, aseptic packaging. Question number 39. Microbial spoilage of canned foods at ambient temperature is generally the result of dash spoilage. So, it is a result of leaker spoilage. Now, leaker spoilage, basically it occurs when the can is not properly sealed. So, microorganisms can enter from outside after the processing has been completed. Now, this can lead to the microbial spoilage at an ambient condition. Whereas flipper, it's actually a slight internal gas pressure, which is not necessary for this microbial uh, growth, and then hydrogen swell. So this is a chemical reaction where acid, when reacts with metal, they will form the gas. So it's not for microbial contamination. And then TA, that is thermophilic in anaerobes. So it occurs at high temperature, not at ambient temperature. So correct option is option number A, that is leaker. Question number 40. The dash was established to develop agreements on international standards and safety practices for foods and agricultural products. So it is Codex Alimentarius Commission, CAC. So it is an international body which is established by FAO and WHO jointly. So the main role of it is to develop the international food standards, to ensure that the food is safe and it is of good quality, and to facilitate a fair trade in the food. Whereas FAO, so it's just a general agriculture and organization. So these two jointly made Codex Alimentarius Commission. And JECFA, so JECFA is scientific advisory body, means it evaluates the additives, not any standard settling authorities. So correct option will be option number A. So in the next video, we'll be discussing more previous year questions of 2024. Till then, thank you and enjoy learning.